Welcome to SAT Interviews with your host, Farai Ian Muvuti. Today I'm here at front live from Access 2024 with Diana Afriyie Addo here in the UK, who is the head of trade and investment at the Ghana High Commission. Welcome, Diana.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Nice meeting you.
Now, of course, the entire premise of the conference and summit, rather, has been to cement or perhaps maybe further, how do you put it? Further ascertain where we are as a journey between, Africa and the Caribbean, and in as far as a collaborative effort. Now, Ghana has done a lot of work within the context of building up its diaspora. Really, Ghana takes the diaspora issue quite literally with, the Comeback Home sort of campaign and the work you've been doing extensively with even the Ghanaian diaspora from a policy perspective by introducing ministries, the bond, and so forth. So tell me, given your credibility in this subject, what did you have to say today at the Access Conference with regards to Caribbean and Africa partnership?
Very, very important. And in my tribe, there's a dialect that goes like, if you forget the tune of your chief, you will get lost in the gathering. Because we have to know where we are from and where we are going. The fact that we are in UK or wherever we find ourselves does not mean we are not coming from somewhere. And knowing that really helps us. Very, very important. And the Caribbean and Africans, if you go into history, we are one. We are one. And the type of names, my husband is called Kofi, and we have coffee in most of the Caribbean countries. The type of food, our dressing, everything, they are the same. So how can we trade among ourselves? Is what this program is telling us. How can we invest in each other's country? Is what this program is telling us. I have a number of Caribbeans calling me and asking me how can they get their children in schools in Ghana, universities in Ghana, how can they get properties buy in Ghana. It's where you be accepted, we accept each other. That's let me put it that way. We accept each other. My firstborn is virtually friends. All the friends, I can name only one Nigerian. All the friends are Caribbeans. So you can imagine, we accept each other. We accept ourselves as brothers and sisters. So going into trade and investment is a next step to develop our countries, for us to get create more jobs and others for our young people.
Well, it's good I'm speaking to the head of trade and investment from the Ghana High Commission, so we can get into the meat of it.
Yes.
So, okay, great. Beyond the, of course, great symbolism of partnership and cooperation that we've always demonstrated, access to travel, visas and so forth, and boarding, access to education and healthcare, that's brilliant. But from a policy perspective, what are we doing as Ghana to further cement that particular trade relationship? Because if you consider how much it would be for a cocoa farmer in Ghana to ship goods to the Caribbean with high tariffs and so forth. What are the bilateral conversations you're having to make sure that there's at least a symbiotic relationship at a trade level?
Yeah, the trade level, currently, like Ghana, apart from the visas and other things, we're also doing negotiations. Recently, our president was in one of the Caribbean countries and telling them, come back home or we're also coming here. First president is in Ghana now. We are talking about culture. So beyond the visas and other things, we know that we can invest in each other's countries. And we know lots of Caribbeans who have gone to Ghana, they are into businesses. I know one company that recently moved to like health and well-being program, was in Ghana, has lived in Ghana for more than 15 years. And it's a Caribbean. So beyond the visas and diplomatic things is the business and trade and investment. That's what is going on now. And that is what we've all realized that will keep, because where you have your money is where you believe going or trust going. If you don't have your money there, you always go there for holidays and you are gone. But if you have investment there, you always believe you have to go there and check your investment that you have. So I think trade and investment is the way to go.
So trade and investment. So this is clearly your desk. What can you point to as one of the successes, given the aspiration to then build greater relations trade-wise with the Caribbean?
Yeah, trade-wise, I think for Ghana, what we've done is that we have to clean our system to be able to open it up for people to come. And if you come to the system and maybe you have hindrance, you don't know where to go, it becomes very difficult for you. So the program that I was handling before I was posted here, called Business Regulatory Reform Program. We've developed a system that we populated all our policies and programs on. So if somebody needs information at a click, you know, if I'm going to Ghana, I'm going to set up a business. This is what I should do. This is how much I'm going to pay. So in case you meet somebody and the person says, give me so-and-so, for criminals, they're everywhere. Give me so-and-so before I can do this for you. You go into the system, you have the information already. So first, information to the people, that is key for us. Secondly, we also have people who talk about when it comes to our Investment Promotion Act, the amount of money that we consider people who are foreigners to be able to bring to be able to invest in Ghana or set up a business in Ghana was huge for most people. So we are also at a point, we've reviewed it, and we are at the point of finalizing the act with Parliament. So that if somebody is coming to invest in Ghana, if somebody is a Caribbean or any sector coming to Ghana to invest, you're not going to need such quantum of money to be able to come and invest in Ghana. So we did that to be able to.
So what is this system called then? Where sort of like a one-stop shop?
Yeah, where you can get the information is called Business Regulatory Reform Portal, and you can get it www.brr.gov.gh. If you go into that system, wherever you need in Ghana, let's say I'm going to set up a business, where do I go? After setting up the business, what do I do? All those, if I need and land to buy. So as part of reforms that I was coordinating, and it's still ongoing, we've set up technical working groups, and let's say the land reforms. Recently, I contacted Rwanda Development Board virtually to tell us what they've done to come to how far they've come. And then we had a meeting with them. They told us these were our challenges. This is how we're able to overcome it in fully automating their system. So we are also moving into that. We don't want to encounter the problem that they did. And therefore, we talked to them, and soon we are going to have fully automated system. Like if you are buying land in Ghana, there will be no issues as it is now. Because now if you are buying land, you have to do due diligence. And I always advise people, do due diligence. And we've also make sure that we've automated the search department of Lands Commission. So that if
that would also include the deeds office as well as.
Exactly.
But what if the land, for example, let's say you're buying land in a city council, for example, and the government does not have control over local government, perhaps might have access to data. How does that work then in that context?
Yes, if you are buying land and it's mine, and I want to sell land to you, the first thing you have to do, as I've told you, you should go to the search engine of the Lands Commission to search to be sure that the land is mine.
Right.
Then you can.
So the Land Commission is also online.
Yes,
You've been able to make
online.
sure that's
Yeah,
quite good.
Yeah, we've done that one, that's it. And we've operationalized it in Greater Accra and the newly created regions.
So is it all territories beyond Accra?
Yeah,
so even in the
Accra.
rural areas, the communal areas,
Yeah,
and
the
so forth.
communal areas, that's what I'm saying. For the search department, the operationalization of the search department, we are left in 9 regions to complete it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
so it's not yet fully launched then?
Yeah. No, it's launched.
It's launched.
Operationalized in Greater Accra.
But if I want to buy in the other 9 regions that you're not currently
other 9
existing
regions, you can't do it online.
Yeah.
You have to go physical.
Physically.
And they will do it back office for you.
Okay. But when can we anticipate that all 9 regions will be online?
Online region, to be frank with you, we want to fully automate the lands department the next 10 years. It's quite expensive.
Right.
Full automation.
Full automation.
Yeah, I don't know whether you know what happens in Rwanda.
Yeah.
If you are buying land now, you don't need to know me. You know that.
Yeah.
You don't need to, that's where we are going. And it took them more than 6 years to do that. Quite expensive work. So that's where we are going.
So in the next 10 years, when we have this conversation, you'll be telling me that your land office will be fully automated.
No, we didn't used to have Land Act, but now we have Land Act. So if I'm buying land from you, you know what really protects you and protects me.
So it means that so anyone from around the world, if they wanted to buy land, they literally go on this portal and will be able to do so.
Yeah, if you want to buy land, you have to search. That's what I'm
saying. How about business registration?
The business registration is also online.
Also online.
What we are moving forward to do is that.
And what is the turnaround?
The turnaround time for the SMEs is 3 days.
3 days?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Actually, we want to make it hours.
Hours.
So a system is fully developed now, yet to be operationalized. And I was part of it, so I can talk about it.
Yeah. Well, that's great. So in terms of so even with the Caribbean businesses that are looking that have interest or businesses around the world, they actually can begin to start looking at the opportunities.
From next year, I hope, because the system has been developed, we are piloting it. When you register online, you get your certificate online. You don't need to go to the registrar of companies office. Yeah, from next year, that's what is going to happen. And what we've done is interoperability. So we've linked to the banks, to SNAIT, to revenue.
So a company can literally get the entire package?
Yes.
Wow.
So that when you register, it sends your details. If you select, let's say, take Ghana Commercial Bank, your details go there. If you take, then for SNAIT, the local assemblies, the internal revenue, that one is automatic. It goes straight.
Wow, it's funny because I have one of our past clients as a newspaper is based in Zimbabwe, and they've actually bought land in Ghana, and they're looking to invest. They were actually meant to come to this conference to try and raise funds. I think we'll make sure that they speak to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be great. I would love to meet them.
This is good. Well, Diane, thank you so much for your time.
Welcome.
Head of Trade and Investment here in Ghana. You're here at the High Commission in the UK. You're doing amazing work.
Yes.
I'm excited. I'm sure you guys are excited. Now, thank you so much for joining us here again, here at Access Live, all the way from here, the Southern African Times. Your host, Farai Ian Muvuti. Please, stay tuned. We've got more to come. Take care.